Financial Reckoning Day Fallout: Surviving Today's Global Depression by Addison Wiggin and William Bonner. Narrated by Mel Foster. Copyright 2009 by William Bonner and Addison Wiggin. This unabridged audiobook is published by arrangement with John Wiley & Sons, Incorporated, and was produced in the year 2009 by Tantor Media, Incorporated, which holds the copyright thereto. Forward. Some people want to buy baseball teams or chase women, but I'm told the number one dream that comes to mind when young people are asked is, I want to see the world. I've been around the world twice now, once on a motorcycle, once in a Mercedes, so I guess that means I'm crazier than most people. The reason that I love doing it, other than the sense of adventure, and I certainly love the adventure, is that it's the only way I can figure out what's going on in the world. I don't trust the newspapers, TV stations, or government pronouncements. That's what everyone else knows. I want to see it for myself, close to the ground. You learn much more about a society by crossing a remote border, finding the black market, and changing money, or talking to the local madam, than by talking to bureaucrats or economists at the IMF and the World Bank, or by watching CNBC. By the time I cross the border in the jungle, I know 25% to 30% of what I need to know about a country. I know the bureaucracy, I know the infrastructure, I know the corruption, I know the status of the economy and its currency, and I know whether I stand to make money investing there or not. The only other way to know what's going on is to study history. When I teach or speak at universities, young people always ask me, I want to be successful and travel around the world. What should I study? I always tell them the same thing. Study history. And they always look at me very perplexed and say, what are you talking about? What about economics? What about marketing? If you want to be successful, I always say, you've got to understand history. You'll see how the world is always changing. You'll see how a lot of the things we see today have happened before. Believe it or not, the stock market didn't begin the day you graduated from school. The stock market's been around for centuries. All markets have. These things have happened before, and will happen again. Alan Greenspan went on record before he left his post at the Federal Reserve saying he had never seen a bubble before. I know in his lifetime, in his adult lifetime, there have been several bubbles. There was a bubble in the late 1960s in the U.S. stock market. There was the oil bubble, the gold bubble, the bubble in Kuwait, the bubble in Japan, the bubble in real estate in Texas. So what is he talking about? Had he not seen those things, he could have at least read some histories. All these things and others have been written about repeatedly. Alan Greenspan continues to embody the economic mindset of today's policymakers. They have the lunatic idea that a nation can consume its way to prosperity, although it's never been done in history. In the United States, if you have a job, you pay taxes. If you save some money, you pay taxes on the interest. If you buy a stock and you get a dividend, you pay taxes. If you have a capital gain, you pay taxes again. And when you die, your estate pays taxes. If you live long enough to get Social Security, they tax your Social Security income. Remember, you paid taxes on all this money when you earned it originally, yet they tax it again and again. These policies are not very conducive to encouraging saving or investing. They promote consumption. By contrast, the countries that have been doing well the last 30 or 40 years are the countries that encourage saving and investing. Singapore is one of the most astonishing cities in the whole world. 40 years ago, it was a slum. Now, in terms of per capita reserves, it's one of the richest countries in the world. One of the reasons Singapore was so successful is that its dictator, Lee Kuan Yew, insisted that everyone save and invest a large part of their income. There are many other dictators or politicians you can condemn, but they have nothing to show for it, and in fact, they've been worse. Whatever Lee's policies toward personal freedom, at least he forced people to save and invest. History shows that people who save and